All right. Now we didn't already had our off-air banter like we always do before we get these shows started. But guess who's back? The Fantasy Football Adventures. And today we got some good stuff for you. We're gonna go over week 8, talk about that good stuff, talk about that ass whooping that we put on the Cowboys. We're gonna talk about that and the ass whooping that the Eagles put on the Bengals. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about who ate good. We're gonna talk about the bust of the week. We're gonna go over some trade scenarios. We're gonna try to put out there, who you can and who you can't trade. Um, we're gonna tell you who you should be picking up. I mean, it's we're going into week 9 now, so the more the weeks go by, the slimmer the pickings. And we're gonna go over the Thursday night football preview. But before we get anything started, you know what we got to do? We got to get the party going with that intro. Let's go.
You're now about to witness the strength of fantasy football knowledge.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Adventures Podcast, starring Kyle Shanahan's, Boulevard, GQ, and GI16. And now, here's the boys.
Garfield's sleeping, so it's time to piss him off. Ew! Welcome back. Welcome back. One day, what I'm going to do is when I do this, I'm going to have my camera and I'm going to show Garfield's reaction. And if I do this, because he gets up like he's ready to fight. But welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a good time because I definitely had a good time. And we're coming up on my stress-free week of football because the 49ers are on a bye week. So no stress for me. None this week. I can sit around and watch football all day and not get pissed off one time. It's great. It's great. We went into the bye week with a W. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Let's start this off with the week 8 reactions. Now, we already talked about Thursday night football, me and Rick. We talked about that game. So, Boulevard, you got the games pulled up? Where you want to start at? Where you want to start?
I guess we're starting at Philly. Philly going into Cincinnati and putting the hurting on them.
Woo! The hurt business. The hurt business.
I love every second of it.
Philadelphia Eagles went in and just dismantled the Bengals. I was pissed off about this game because I have so much T. Higgins stock this year, and he didn't play. He didn't play. So that affected my Joe Burrow stock because I was doing I was trying to get the double points, as my boys say, double points this year. With the stack with the TJ with the Burrow and the Higgins, and it for the most part this year it's been working for me because Higgins has definitely had a couple of good games. This year, this week though, I was looking for a shootout. I was like, oh, it's going to be a lot of points in this game. I said Burrow's going to score a lot of points. Higgins is going to score points. Chase is going to score points. Devontae Smith is going to finally score points, and Lord did he do it. I knew Saquon was going to score. I knew AJ Brown was going to score. Like AJ Brown's always going to get that one bomb catch a game. I knew that was going to happen.
Did Saquon score any touchdowns?
Saquon did not.
Exactly. Don't give me that. Don't start the shenanigans already with Saquon.
No.
Don't start.
I guess Hurts vultured him again. It looks like.
Yeah.
But
GI's pissed.
The game was close at the very beginning. Like I watched the beginning of the game while in San Fran. It was very close to beginning. Then it just. I can't even explain
it. This is what Hurts does. If you draft a running back from the Eagles, this is what you have to pretty much put it in your mind frame that if they get to the 1 yard line, this guy's probably not getting the ball. It's going to be the tush push. This is just what you have to live with it. You have to live with it. You have to live with it. Same way you have to live with in Baltimore. Henry, he might get the ball on the 1 or on the 5 yard line. He may get the ball, or Lamar Jackson just may run that motherfucker. It's just what you have to live with. This is what you have to live with. At least I know if I get a running back from San Francisco and we're on the 1 yard line, he's probably running the ball in.
But damn, 3 touchdowns though on the ground for Hurts. Okay, they couldn't throw Barkley a bone at no point.
Yeah.
No,
pretty much.
Because their coach is an idiot. Their head coach is a putz.
He doesn't care about your fantasy football team. He doesn't care about your fantasy football team. Clearly, he doesn't. He's like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick never cared about your fantasy football teams.
Well, they should.
They should. It would be great if they were considerate. You know, I mean, I understand you want to do the tush push, but just give them one chance. Can you give them one chance? I mean,
you got it's Saquon Barkley, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
give him the ball.
Can you give him just one chance? Just one attempt. If he doesn't get it on first down, if he doesn't get on first and goal, then you can go to the tush push.
Yo, again, I don't wish injury on nobody, but I swear to God, one of these days, somebody's gonna jump over that line and close on the crap out of it. It was getting sick of that damn tush push.
Like, could you imagine?
It came close this week because Jermaine Pratt or whoever their linebacker for the Bengals was jumped over that line and stopped them on one tush push and yoked them up.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine the championship game and it's coming down to the wire and you know probably one of your last players to play is Saquon Barkley and all you need is about 4 or 5 points to win the game and they get to the goal line and they don't run Saquon.
And they wouldn't. I mean, chances are they would not. They would give it to Hurts and just run that damn tush push again.
Yeah,
that happened to me this week. I had I do a weekly fan duel with a bunch of friends from my area, and we pick our teams. I picked all Niners to end the night. I had Mason, Purdy, Ricky Sent, and George Kittle, the number one tight end in football. Mm-hmm. Seriously, he is the number one tight end this year on stats.
Yeah,
and everybody went the heck off except Jordan Mason, who got hurt. And then I was down to, it was the fourth quarter. I'm down by 40/10 of a point. I'm down like 10. That guy has 10-24. I'm at 109.90. All I needed was like 3 yards for anybody. Hey. And I win the week again for the third straight week. And
speaking of which, have you guys ever played best ball or know what that is?
Last year, I had like 3 leagues. I won and won.
You know what that is, Boulevard?
Not particularly, no.
All right, so best ball, from what I was told, now you let me know if I'm right or wrong, G.I. With best ball, you draft a team, right? You don't really have to worry about setting your lineup because it takes like whoever scores, that's who they put in your lineup. Whoever scores the most is who they put in your lineup.
Okay.
So even if you had a guy on your bench or whatever, like you have guys on your bench that go off, like I did in one of my money leagues where for some odd reason I thought that I could start Hop this week, and I had Downs on the bench, I had White on the bench.
Downs went off.
Yes, I had 3 players on the bench that went off. I had like 90 points on my bench.
He's our next category. Who ate?
I had like 90 points on my bench, and I lost by like 10. So, with best ball, that doesn't happen. So I think that maybe next year, that should be something we should look into. We should look into,
So basically, Boulevard, your strategy in best ball is receiver and running back. So when I did it last year, one guy did 7 running backs and 7 wide receivers. He had 1 tight end and 1 quarterback. I try to spread it out. I try to be 5 and 5 or 6 and 6 with at least 2 decent tight ends and 2 decent quarterbacks, because you're trying to build a team that you know can score on a consistent basis, on a weekly basis. And like you said, the highest scores of your groups are what goes.
I like this. I'd play that.
And it depends on the league you're going to. You could do a $3 league, you could do a $10 league, you could do a $5 league, a 15, a 12, up to thousands of dollars to enter. Then they have a couple tournaments that are Vegas style, was like a $1 million grand prize, and then you had to pay like $10,000 or $5,000 to get in. But it's a best ball like that too.
Now, does that go on all season, or is it
All season,
you pick? Okay.
All 18 games.
Okay.
What is he over here looking like? Jesus from Jesus and Mirror.
That's GQ.
You're about to start singing Boys to Men?
I'm retiring. I'm retiring from FFA.
You're still ugly.
Wow.
It's an unfortunate circumstance has come to light, and I can't continue. No, it's not
that damn job. You already in a scandal?
No, but I'll share with you guys. I have been appointed as the director of public relations for the New Jersey Roughnecks professional arena team. So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, gentlemen.
New Jersey Roughnecks.
So, yeah. I don't know what y'all had this on. It'd be this joint crazy. There you go. Wait, no.
No, I got it.
What train in New York is that?
There we go.
Oh, that ain't real. That's AI.
I know, but still, that is a New York train. It look like. Look like you're in Harlem on the BD line.
There's something on there. There's just some street sign, but I don't think it. I don't know.
All right. So what's the next game we got to talk about?
All right. So what's the next game on the docket?
Next game is Baltimore at Cleveland.
Ooh.
Cleveland beat Baltimore on the road.
And it didn't shock me. It didn't shock me at all. We've been calling for this for how long, Boulevard? How long have we been calling for this?
Well, like since week 4 at least.
Yeah, like we've been calling.
He's officially been named the starter for the rest of the year.
Good, as he should be. As he should be.
I've been saying that for so long.
Watson was trash to start out there. It's not even like he had a good game this year that we can say, well, he did look. No, he been trash all season. And Stefanski, I don't know if you really want to keep his job.
Is he Bubba Dub trash or just trash?
He's been Jimmy Garoppolo Raiders trash.
Damn, that's trash.
Yeah, that's a lot of trash. So, yeah, Winston came out and showed why he should have been the starting quarterback from jump.
And they won with a receiving core that's non-existent. Judy. Who's Jerry Judy? I don't know who he is.
But it wasn't even Jerry Judy. It wasn't even him. It was Cedric Tillman that nobody really knew until last week. It was Cedric Tillman going off. Do
we have to replay? Do we have to go back? Because I know I said Cedric Tillman 2 weeks ago.
You definitely did.
You probably did, but I'm not going back over 2 hours to see that.
You did. I remember.
But yeah, Cedric Tillman went off. All Winston needed to do was just find his guy, and Cedric Tillman is his guy. So now Winston is probably going to be a league winner for somebody this year. I'm mad that
that would be me.
I'm mad that Boulevard picked him up.
told him to.
Yeah, I got no choice.
I knew it was happening.
We're tied. Me and Boulevard are tied for first place in our division.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
3-way tie. And it was funny. If how many people make the playoffs? 6?
8.
8?
Yeah,
if
8 people get
the playoffs started tomorrow, it'd be you in first, and then a 3-way tie to see who's second, third, and fourth between us.
Yeah, and I'm in front of everybody by 2 games.
Listen, right. I'm getting that first round pick this year.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
He's tanking. He's tanking for
But what will probably happen? I think I will probably move the league to Sleeper next year, because Sleeper is so much better than Yahoo.
It is
so much better than Yahoo, and I love Yahoo. I love Yahoo.
That they have problems with Sleeper. Like Sleeper is the best site for all of fantasy football.
For everything. Because first and foremost, if you're on Sleeper, you're caught up on everything that's going on in fantasy football. You're going to get the news. You're going to get the news faster than you will anywhere. As soon as somebody's traded, somebody's injured, it pops up on Sleeper.
Somebody farts wrong.
Like Sleeper is like the TMZ of fantasy football. So yeah.
Well, them and Matthew Berry's website too.
Yeah. I get news pretty fast on ESPN.
No. Matthew Berry has an app.
Oh, he does?
That all the I'll send it to you guys. That all the reporters send their news to right before they give it to their main channels.
Nice. Nice.
It's called. Hold on. Well, you guys could talk. I'll look for it.
So in this game, of course, we love that Winston went off. We love that Cedric Tillman is now a thing this late in the season. Lamar did his thing somewhat. Henry only got 11 touches, and that's probably the reason why the Ravens won.
That's the problem, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why the Ravens lost. Because what do we say? You win when you feed Henry.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just let Lamar sit back and just throw all game long. Like, you put Henry in there, you give Henry enough carries, you dominate the game.
Mm-hmm.
You dominate the game. I'm liking the progression of Nick Chubb. He's starting to look a little bit better. I say give him about maybe 2 more games before he's back to what he does. And
they already have him projected to get 16 points this week.
Yeah, and now with Winston out there slinging that bitch, it's going to leave a lot of room for Chubb to run through. And their offensive line is starting to look healthier. So, yeah, watch out. Cleveland Browns may be a force coming down the stretch. That's all dependent on if they don't trade anybody from that defense. Because I'm hearing they may want to trade Za'Darius. If they don't trade Za'Darius and they keep Za'Darius, then they may be a force coming down the stretch.
All right, next game.
What's the next game on the docket?
This game is Detroit beat the shit out of Tennessee.
Good.
They had it coming.
I hated this game from the from the offensive perspective because they only had like what 150 something yards or some shit like that.
I feel bad for
Golf had 85 yards passing.
Yeah, 85 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. That's crazy. That is crazy.
I feel bad for a top 5 defense that Tennessee has to have one of probably the most putrid offenses in the history of football, and you get mollywopped. You get boat raced by Detroit because it was close. It was like this for a quarter and a half, and then Usain Bolt just went off.
You know what? You know what I'm pissed off about? Everybody around the world, we all of us that had Calvin Ridley stock, we all sat Calvin Ridley. We all sat him. I don't know nobody that started Calvin Ridley. Like,
he went off.
when you look around the league, you look around. Maybe in our league, somebody started Calvin Ridley because they really didn't have a choice, But in regular leagues that don't have as many spaces to play as we do, you look around. Everybody had him on the bench, and then he goes off. Has 100 plus yards in the first half. And
8 catches. Wasn't it 8 catches for like 143?
Like,
and a touchdown?
Dude. And then you're not going to do it again next week. He's not doing that again next week. Calvin Ridley is the most inconsistent wide receiver in the NFL today.
Well,
like, his mind isn't in the game of football, which is clearly why he got caught betting, because he's stupid. But yeah, like, dude, where was this all year? Where was this? Like, a lot of people drafted you high, within the first 6-7 rounds, because we felt like we could trust you, but you can't trust Calvin Ridley.
I have a PSA for this. Hey, Calvin Ridley, if you ever watch our podcast, he wants to smoke.
All of it. Every last bit of it. I want it all. Because, dude, we believed in you. I believed in you. We all believed in you. And then you go out and you do this.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Boulevard, I'm feeling your pain. What's the next game? What is the next game? Because y'all have made me really hate Joe Hendry.
Hey, I don't know why.
Arizona beats Miami in Miami.
Man, listen.
Arizona with these damn last second win games. I hate Arizona. But
now you got the media talking about Arizona's the new threat to the 49ers in the West. Oh.
What's that?
The Arizona's the new threat to the 49ers in the West.
No, they're not.
Seriously?
No, they're not.
Seriously.
No, they're not. They're still not good.
Miami is just putrid.
They're lucky, but they're not good.
Miami is putrid. How the hell do you not go off in that game? How your boy Tua had 3 fumbles?
It's Tua.
Not 1, not 2, but 3. And on top of that, he had a teammate wearing a Guardian cap, and his goofy ass was wearing one.
I did see that. One of the players was wearing a Guardian cap.
Yeah, his offensive lineman. How the bleep is you not wearing one? Like, dude.
Hey, did you see when he slid though?
No,
he slid. He slid legs first, and everybody applauded it.
Finally. Who's worse? The little boy in Arizona or the little boy in Miami when they run?
They both look funny. They both look like they didn't stole a bag of candy and ran with it.
They look like the kids in oh my God, the Bruce Willis movie in part 3 when you can steal candy. It's open season in New York.
You talking about Die Hard?
Yeah, Die Hard 3.
Not the output I was expecting for Tyreek Hill, but give him a couple games, they'll be back. But Achane finally went off again. Thank you, Tua.
He had double digits the week before. It wasn't close to this game.
And Mostert went off too. Finally,
Mostert got 2 touchdowns, but his numbers otherwise were nothing.
But that's what Mostert is, though. That's what Mostert is. Mostert is like the Tua. He's like the Hurts of that offense. If they get on the goal line, he's getting the ball, no matter who got him there.
Biggie double. Sorry, my man eating a Wendy's burger just got me interested. Look, I haven't had dinner, so don't start with me.
Forgot.
I'm on low fuel, and we're talking sports, and my Yankees are about to lose the World Series. So,
yeah, you're gonna see a guy whose heart's breaking on live. What inning are we in?
The 9th inning, probably.
1 out away.
1 out away from the.
Ooh, one out away. Tyreek Hill. His stock is still up for me. As long as Tua is under center, I feel like Tyreek Hill is gonna be a great play. So let's keep Tua healthy, Miami, for the sake of fantasy football, for the sake of the Waddle owners, for the sake of the Achane owners, for the sake of the Mostert owners, for the sake of the Tyreek Hill owners. Let's keep Tua healthy.
That's on Tua. Tua can't be running neck first in the players.
Mm-hmm.
You got to slide consistently, man.
Running neck first in the clotheslines.
Doing that shit to himself. I'm a personal choice.
Speaking of people who did shit to a personal choice, let's go back to that Browns game with the Browns player that tried to take on Derrick Henry head first. What were you thinking?
Oh, there it is.
What were you thinking?
There it goes. The Dodgers have won the World Series, and the crowd goes mild.
I mean, they paid for it. They should have got it.
Wow.
They paid for it.
Right?
It would have been hella disappointing to pay for all those players and get to the World Series and lose.
I'm gonna just say one thing before we continue talking football. If the Yankees don't fire Aaron Boone, I am going to lose my shit. That dude is a putrid ass manager. He needs to go immediately. And Juan Soto is going to cost us or another team $700 million.
Oh my God.
That's y'all bankroll this year?
No, that's what he's going to get. He's going to get.
Yeah.
Wait, what? 700 million?
700 million.
Yikes.
With the option after 3 years to leave, eat 100 of that 7 and then try to get another $600 million contract at 29. Because he's only 26 years old. He is the future of baseball.
I wish I was good.
Third best player in the game. And all three of them were in the same damn game. Two were batting behind each other.
The baseball money is ridiculous.
I digress. Back to our football.
It is. I wish we would have went into baseball.
Yeah.
Jesus, we would have made a lot of. Well, then again, I don't know. I don't know if we probably would have got in there right before they started breaking the pockets. Right before they started breaking the pockets. We would have made some decent money though. We would have made some decent money.
It all started in, when did Bush win the presidency? 2000?
Yeah.
2001. It started then because he sold Texas to another owner, and right before he sold Texas, he paid A-Rod $252.
Yeah, A-Rod was the start of it all. He was the start of it all. So
the man was sold for $2 million more than the team was sold for.
I don't know, Boulevard. We probably could have did it because Boulevard know how to get on base, and I know how to hit home runs. So that'd have been an awesome twosome right there. 2 hit home runs every time. Every time. 2 hit home runs. That's all of. Oh, Boulevard on base. Bet. I'm up to bat. Bringing them home.
All right, let me reel you guys back in. I'm not even really that upset because my Yankees are trash. You
don't make it to the World Series being trash.
No, I'm a Yankee fan. I could listen. As a Yankee fan, it's win or nothing for us.
I get it.
Let that man be better.
They're trash.
The long season.
Yeah, it's 160
to play.
How many games?
Terrible.
160
games to play this terrible. Stop.
162, yeah.
What's the next game?
New England beat the Jets.
Yo. Talk about another upset week. You got the Browns beating the Ravens and the Jets losing to the freaking Pats.
How is it that the Jets got even worse with Devontae Adams?
Isn't he a bust of the week candidate? Because good God Almighty, he was not.
How does he? How that's Aaron Rodgers' boy for years. How do they get worse with his boy on the team? Bruh. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think Rodgers may need to retire after this year.
I think they both might need to retire after this year.
Rodgers definitely needs to go. Though.
I think Adams still got something to give with a QB with a live arm, maybe. But I think Rodgers needs. I think if they don't make the playoffs this year and they got a good team, that's the worst part about it.
What's their record?
2-6. Is it 2-6? Is it 2-6?
It's 2-6.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just play devil's advocate right now, right? 2-6. Have they had their bye yet?
No. They have not had their bye yet.
They haven't had their bye yet, right? And you're talking about them running the table right now to make the playoff in probably the heaviest conference in football.
I don't see it.
You have Baltimore and Pittsburgh right now. You have Buffalo. You got KC and Denver right now. And then you got Indy, Houston, and where would they fit in? They could possibly make it, but
it's a possibility because if Houston doesn't trade for a wide receiver,
well, Houston's going to trade for a receiver this week.
They could fall off the map if they don't. Denver could fall off the map. It's a possibility.
If Houston loses,
we're playing devil's advocate. We're playing devil's advocate. It's a possibility that those two teams could fall off the map. Possibility. I don't see it happening. Denver's defense is too good, and Bo Nix is starting to come along.
And mind you, they're good without Pat Surtain. Imagine them with Pat Surtain.
Yeah.
In Denver.
Yeah. Didn't Denver have the first white cornerback to get a pick in God knows how long this week? Didn't that happen this week?
Riley Cooper?
Yeah. I think he's like the first white cornerback to get a pick.
Since,
in years.
Jason Sehorn?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy.
So he did say Riley Cooper. It's like, wait a minute.
Riley Moss.
Riley Moss.
Racist.
They're all the same to me right now.
They do. They actually look the same. They both got the long hair.
Cooper DeJean, Riley Moss.
They all look the same.
They all looking the same right now to me in that backfield.
Yeah.
They all look the same.
And they're all good, though.
So
I was saying that about Riley Moss since last year, though. I was like, they not giving him no respect.
Yeah. Denver's defense as a whole wasn't getting no respect until this year. Like last year, they was getting teams out of here. That defense was getting teams out of here. They were winning games solely on that defense because Russ was not doing anything. But I know that some fans in Colorado are probably pissed looking at Russ looking good with the Steelers because they're like, where the hell has this been the last 2 years?
I don't think they mad.
I think some people are because you just know some people are blatant. Some fans are idiots. Like I remember when Lamar Jackson's his first MVP year. I seen some people complaining that the Ravens could have had this, and they were talking about the black quarterbacks that they had before. I forgot who's the one black quarterback that came from the Ravens that played for the 49ers. GI.
I know you're talking about Trent.
Trent Dilfer, John Johnson,
Troy Smith.
Troy Smith. Yes, they were saying we could have had this with Troy Smith. Stop.
No.
Please stop. Please stop. Troy Smith is not Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Please stop. Please stop. Like, there were actual fans complaining about this. I'm like, just be happy you got Lamar Jackson now. Just be happy about that. Because Troy Smith is not Lamar Jackson.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But what's the next game?
Oh, Atlanta beat Tampa Bay in Tampa
Was
Bay.
that a surprise?
Huh?
It was for me.
Yeah, I am
Wasn't a
surprised.
surprise.
I am surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised because of the way Atlanta allowed Seattle to manhandle them the week before. So I'm surprised that the game ended the way it did. I'm surprised. But I'm also surprised that Baker Mayfield came to play without his two best guys. Now, that's a team that needs to trade for a wide receiver. That's a team that definitely needs to trade for a wide receiver because they lost their two top guys, and Mike Evans probably won't be back for another couple weeks. So that's a team that definitely needs to trade for a receiver. But Baker he's fighting. He's fighting. He's not laying down. He's fighting. Every game, he's fighting. I give Baker Mayfield a lot of credit because he caught a lot of jokes from me early in his career. But now I see a different Baker Mayfield, and I give him all the credit in the world.
He's got a Cleveland.
Friends now.
Cade Otton, of course, National Tight Ends Day. So both the tight ends from the teams went off. Both. I guess we could talk about this later, but I did proclaim something. So when we get to the Who Ate Good segment, we can.
He's free.
Talk about that.
He's finally free.
I had to go to bum jail and release somebody this week. So we'll get to that when we get to the Who Ate Good segment. But what's the next game on the docket?
Green Bay beats Jacksonville.
Putrid ass game.
Yeah, Jordan Love got hurt again. I think Jordan Love just needs to sit out for more than what he sat out for because he just keeps getting hurt. Keeps getting hurt, keeps throwing picks. He needs to just sit out. Just let Malik Willis do his thug dizzle for a while. Get healthy. Because it's not like the team is losing. You know, they still got a decent record, but you know, he needs to get healthy. Or he's not gonna be together by the time the playoffs roll around.
Yeah, maybe he could take a rep off because he's tired.
Yeah, and he can tell that to the media, and that's what gets him benched.
Right. But you ain't even have to be that damn honest about it.
You ain't even
But you know what though? Week 7. I'm glad week 7 has brought along a lot of things that we have been saying. We've been saying Anthony Richardson does not need to be starting this year, and Flacco needs to be back there. We've been saying this. And now I'm glad that the damn coach is finally seeing it, and the coach is saying, you know what, Flacco's going to be our guy going forward because he should be. Anthony Richardson should be on the sideline with a clipboard, learning how to play the position of quarterback.
Yeah.
Who's the backup quarterback for Flacco now?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh God, seriously? Who's the emergency quarterback then?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they have I don't know if they have a third quarterback. I think they only run into.
Sam Erlinger.
What's the name of the owner for MD now?
Who?
Ellinger from young boy from Texas. Sam Erlinger. Yeah.
Yeah, he was there last year. What's the name of the owner? Steve Irsay, John Irsay, whatever his name
John
is.
Irsay. Yeah.
He's a schmuck if I ever saw one.
He went viral last year.
Well, you know, he's a raging alcoholic.
Oh, so it's Jerry Jones at a younger age. Okay.
No, Jerry Jones is a raging. No, I'm not gonna say that. Next game.
I mean, you wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Bruh, that shit that he did with Jamie Foxx just proved my point about him for all these years. I've been saying that about Jerry Jones. Like, bro, why are you imagining dudes schlong size? Why? Why is that on your mind? Why are you looking at players and saying, you know what? I think he has a big one. Why? I'm glad. I'm glad that my owner, the owner of the San Francisco 49ers, does not embarrass his fans like that. I am glad. I'm glad that my team owner stays out of the spotlight. I am glad. Because Jerry Jones is an embarrassment to the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys probably will not move forward in what they're trying to do until Jerry Jones is no longer in power.
And I'm here for it.
Or their coach. What the hell's his name?
It don't matter what coach they get there. It don't matter what coach they get there. It's Jerry Jones holding that whole franchise back.
But what is their coach's name?
Whole franchise.
That's how unimportant he is to me.
McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy.
But you saw what I said, right? That's how unimportant he is to me.
Yeah.
They're gonna get they could get Bill Belichick. They could get Bill Belichick. It wouldn't matter. They could get Andy Reid. It wouldn't matter because Jerry Jones is going to consistently hold that franchise back. First and foremost, you know that your team needs a running back. You don't have a running back. You think Zeke is going to be the answer to your problems? You think a washed-up Dalvin Cook is going to be the answer to your problems? No. You have plenty of opportunity in the draft to go and draft somebody like Blake Corum, Trey Benson, somebody that could actually help your team and help fantasy football, by the way.
King Henry.
Right. You could have got Derrick Henry. But I'm glad that he
wants to be a Cowboy.
But I'm glad he didn't go to Dallas because he's flourishing in Baltimore. Flourishing in Baltimore.
What's the next game?
Next game is Chargers beat the Saints 26-8.
Did you see? This is not fantasy relevant, but did you see that D lineman trying to break Herbert's leg?
Yes, rolled up on him. Yeah,
him in an ankle lock. He thought he was Kurt Angle. Had him in an ankle lock. His old lineman did what he was supposed to do.
Yes.
The Chargers old lineman went out there like Lil Tim. Like Lil Tim was on King Von. That's what he was supposed to do. He did what he was supposed to do. You don't hurt my quarterback. You don't hurt my quarterback.
For fantasy relevancy, McConkey went the heck off.
Yes. Had his breakout game, and I'm happy because I've been calling this all season. But again, the Chargers are another team that should go out and trade for a wide receiver because outside of McConkey, who do they have? Who do they have outside of McConkey? Who do they have?
Nobody.
Either trade for a wide receiver, or here's an idea. Maybe you should play Brendan Rice and see what he has. Maybe.
I'm a big supporter of just throwing the rookie out there and seeing what he can do.
See what he can do. What's the worst that can happen?
I feel like we should do that in our team. Get rid of Ronnie Bell and start Tyreek Owens and see what happens.
Hey, what's the worst that could happen? Hey, he can't be no worse than Ronnie Bell.
Nobody's worse than Ronnie Bell right now.
Hey, do y'all remember once upon a time that the Saints were a Super Bowl contender? Remember that?
What? After 2 weeks?
Yeah. Everybody thought that, oh my God, the Saints are the juggernauts of the NFL after 2 weeks. This is why people need to stop trying to call Super Bowl contenders after the first 2 weeks. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of not it that can happen.
When you have a good defense like the Saints in Tennessee do,
but they always have a good defense.
Wait, hold on. But your offenses are as putrid as half the teams in college football.
Hey, they thought that they had it going on because they had Clint Kubiak over there calling the plays. They thought they had it.
Well,
it's like,
Derek Carr.
Go ahead.
And then you lose. I said Derek Carr he ain't the one. Then you lose Rashid Shaheed, and you lose Olave with concussion here and there. And you lose offensive linemen too.
Yeah, Olave's been getting beat up this season. He been getting beat up. He's been getting beat up.
He's a fantasy relevant receiver every year, and this year is the worst year he's ever had.
He's probably like the worst beat up lineman this year. Probably not lineman, wide receiver. He's probably the worst beat up. Maybe he might be the worst beat up player in the league because every week is something with him. You think you can start Olave, then you go out there and get hurt. Like every time I turn around, this dude is in that tent. He's in that tent. About to trade Olave, but next game.
The whole team was in that tent damn near every week.
What's the next? What's the next game?
Buffalo beat Seattle by 21.
Just see Geno Smith on the sideline crying.
That was magical.
Did you see D?
No, how about Reed? How about Reed and Hall about to kill each other on the sideline?
Oh, that was funny. That was funny. That's the first time I seen teammates about to fight in the NFL in a while. They were really about to fight each other. I love to see it to Seattle. I love it to Seattle. I love to see all the bad things happen to Seattle. I'm a hater. I don't care. You're in my division. I hate you. I want all the bad things to happen to you and nobody else but you.
But DK didn't play, right?
No, DK was hurt.
Walker didn't have a great game. Geno didn't have a great game. Njigba was disappeared. Charbonnet disappeared. And Keon Coleman, Cooper, James Cook, and Josh Allen went off. Kincaid, I don't know what Kincaid did. I can't remember what Kincaid did.
4 for 31 in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kincaid scored. Okay. National tight end day.
He's keeping pat with his stats for the whole year. Touchdown with a couple catches and less than 50 yards.
I was thoroughly happy by all the players that I may have stock in Buffalo. Thoroughly happy. They all came through. Even the defense, all of them came through. What's the next game?
Some point out, James Cook had 111 and 2 touchdowns. I don't know if anybody
went off.
Anything.
Yeah, went off.
No, I said Cook.
Okay.
Trust me. I was watching the game as I was walking into Levi Stadium. They had it on the big screen for us.
Lucky. Next game, Denver beat Carolina.
Bryce Young. That's all you could say. Bryce Young.
That game was good if you had Bo Nix on your team. You got stock in Bo Nix. That was a good game for you Bo Nix havers out there. But yeah, the highlight of that game was the cornerback from Carolina trying to fight Sean Payton because he said Sean Payton ran up the score.
What do you think? What do you think? This is a Pee Wee football? We're supposed to stop after 30?
Ain't no mercy.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. I hate that little rule that you're not supposed to score on people. I don't know what's playing. They're playing little kid ball. I'm going out there and I'm putting up 900 points on you.
Right. Let me tell you right now. If this is the NBA and you down 30 and the dude tries to dunk on you guys to end the game, that's different. There's unwritten rules in basketball. You're already blown out. That's fine. In football, ain't no unwritten rules. I'm gonna score 90 if I can. Have you seen a college game before? Prairie View A&M about 20 plus years ago lost 100 and something to like 10. That was when they were like the worst team in football when they had lost like 100 games straight.
What was the year the Dallas Mavericks won the NBA Finals?
2011, 2012 around then.
You remember the gauntlet they went through? You remember the gauntlet they had to go through to get the LeBron to beat LeBron? You remember how bad they beat the Lakers in the closeout game? And the Lakers wanted to fight them. They didn't just want to fight. They actually started fighting. Like, because the Mavericks kept hitting threes. The Mavericks were up by like 30. And they kept hitting threes in the fourth. And then one of the Mavericks players tried to dunk. and I want to say who was the center for the Lakers at the time? Andrew Bynum. I think it was Bynum that tried to clothesline the dude and dropped him. Like, yeah, players do get offended when you try to run up the score. They get offended by that shit. Especially,
like I said, in basketball, and baseball, and hockey, those are the sports that you really can. They have true unwritten rules. In football, Bill Belichick has done it for years, and that's the Bill Belichick way. I'm not taking the foot off the pedal. I'm gonna stomp a mud hole in you.
I don't
believe
blame
in any sport that there should be a rule.
I don't blame football players for doing it because the minute you take your foot off the pedal, a team can come back. They can come back. We've seen that.
You don't want me to score, stop me from scoring.
I'm never going, even in basketball, I'm going basketball, baseball, whatever. If I got an opportunity to put points on the board, I'm putting points on the board.
Right. I want my stats.
Never.
I want
I'm
stats.
going to come down that court. If it's a basketball, I got a fast break, and I'm beating y'all by 40 points. I'm going to dunk that shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a
all
You're
day.
right.
All day. I want my point. I want my stats because that's how I get paid.
And
I
if
get
somebody
paid off
want
my
to fight
stats.
me, we want to fight. And then I'm going to smash your wife. I'm sorry. I didn't say it.
Tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Oh, that's a single greatest sentence I ever heard.
I do it all the time on 2K. It's okay.
Make a new movie. Honey, I fucked your teammate. What's the next game?
Kansas City beat the Raiders.
Are we surprised?
No, we're not.
No?
We're not. We're not.
I'm surprised it was only about 7.
Yeah. Well, they Raiders always play them tough. Raiders always play them tough.
And Mahomes is just trash this year.
What'd you say?
Mahomes is just trash this year.
Yeah, Mahomes is terrible. But for some odd reason, even with him being terrible, for some odd reason, they still say he's the front runner for MVP.
No, he's
Him
not.
And Lamar. Him and Lamar.
Is Lamar and Josh Allen right now?
I seen something the other day that for betting, he was like one of the top picks for betting for MVP. And I don't know why. He should not be. Mahomes should not even be talked about in the MVP convo.
It's because he's Mahomes. It's the script.
I don't want to say that because some people don't believe that the NFL is WWE. So a lot of people some people don't believe that. But sometimes I be seeing things and I just be like, okay.
Shane Daniels is in my MVP ballot.
Is he?
Rookie or not, he's earned it. Rookie or not. I mean, I can see him at number 3 behind Allen and Lamar.
Okay.
I could even see Barkley.
I got golf in my top 5. And for the MVP of this year, I got him in my top 5. He's the ops, but I got him in my top 5.
The award is a quarterback's award, right?
Yeah, it really is a quarterback award. Like that. Who's the last running back to win it? Was it Adrian Peterson?
Yeah.
What they really should just name the quarterback of the year. But then again, I guess the offensive player of the year award is the award they give to everybody else. Everybody else who's nice. So the MVP is really the quarterback award, and then the offensive player of the year is who else is nice.
Right.
That sounds so bad.
What's the next game on the
award? Yeah. Redskins, Commanders over Bears 18-15.
First of all, don't ever correct yourself again. You said it right the first time.
I
Thank
know.
you.
You did say it right.
Tyreek Stevenson, is that his name? Tyreek Stevenson? You're a
The
putz.
cornerback, yeah.
You're an absolute putz. And karma got you in seconds.
Just like that. Just like
Your
that.
dumb ass tipped the
It was
ball
beautiful.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
If I was the coach, I would have signed him.
What was worse than that was a Redskins fan was on the sideline being interviewed by the Fox local channel here about how they're about to lose, right? He goes, "Yeah, we should have won, but I'll take the moral victory. It should have been our game. We'll get them next time, or we'll win next week." And the touchdown happens. Yeah, I told you we were gonna win. I
saw that. It was hilarious.
If I was the coach, I'd have made him take his helmet off and just start smacking him in the head. You would deserve to wear that helmet.
The way the internet and all the sports channels played the video of their faces on the Bears sidelines, like the Cowboys fans when they lost in the playoffs to us 3 years ago, was magical. It was absolutely, because Eberflus's face was like, did we just?
What we used to call that back in the day, Boulevard, the dick look. Then somebody did it dirty because they did an end zone view and they had a Bears fan right there, right where the touchdown happened, and the Bears fan went from. Did you see the video of the Bears fan that bet like 120,000 on the game, and the look on his face when when that touchdown happened? He just knew the game was over. He just knew he was about to win. Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. If you got six figures to bet on a football game, I don't feel bad when you lose.
I just need one thing from the Bears right now. Can you please stop Arizona this week? That's all I need from you. Stop Arizona.
Who's next on it? What game's next on the list?
Oh, by the way, Jaden Daniels. Hold on. By the way, Jaden Daniels did ball out this game.
He did. He did.
So did Swift.
Yes, Swift did too.
Swift won me my league, my money league. Love you, Swift.
That man's a problem. That man is a problem.
He is a problem. He is a problem. Because guess what? On the 1 yard line, he getting in this year. How about that?
All right, Boulevard. Do you want me to give you the fan perspective of me at the game, or do you want me to give you the realistic perspective?
No. What game was next?
Dallas.
That's the next game, fool.
Now, what game is next?
Dallas at San Fran.
Yeah.
San Fran beats Dallas.
Oh, it's always a good time when we get the Cowboys up out of here. Woo! It warms my heart. It warms my cold heart to see us get the Cowboys up out of here. I was excited. Garfield was excited. It was a great time had by all, except if you're a Cowboys fan.
Well, he bought Garfield the jersey, so
he does have a jersey.
See,
Garfield does have a jersey. He does have a 49ers jersey.
He probably has a Joe Montana or Jerry Rice jersey.
Matter of fact, when the next time I post up the Garfield kicker of the week, I'm gonna post him in his Niners jersey.
This is Jeff Garcia jersey.
Probably, right? Oh my God, that'd be awesome. But no. So I'm gonna get fantasy relevancy. Ricky Sent, aka Ricky Pearsall, is gonna be the truth. That's a mean boy right there.
Boy, when he ran that end around, I swear I thought y'all would have thought I was watching Boys in the Hood. I was Ricky.
The whole building was saying that. Of course, Kittle, Mr. Tight End himself, the best tight end in football.
What I'm loving how Brock Purdy is adapting to how defenses are playing him. You want to play me? You want to play man defense on me? Bet. I'm going to take these open running lanes.
So that's what I'm going to get to right now. In the first half, outside of Bill Vinovich's putrid ass refereeing.
His neck broke.
I absolutely
The Niners
despise
were putrid in the
Bill
first half.
Vinovich.
Yes, the Niners were putrid in the first half. Purdy was not throwing proper passes. He was throwing behind players, over players, underthrowing. He was terrible in the first half. Outright, the whole Niners team was terrible in the first half, for the exception of Kittle and Pearsall and Mason because he got hurt.
And Debo.
Our main four. But then I don't know what happened in the third quarter. I don't know who they were when they came out, but they were balling. But I said it to my friend, my friend's brother, the whole game. Said our coach is the same person every year. When he has a team and he knows their weakness, he tries to reinvent the wheel. Dallas can't stop the run. Why are you passing? It took us the entire game to get 50 runs. We should have had 40 runs in the first half on that team.
Yeah.
It should have been that Minnesota playoff game all over again. 8 passes and 1,000 rushing attempts. They could not run for the life of them. And I called every play that whole game that Dallas was throwing. Every time he said Hut, he looked exactly at CeeDee Lamb, saw CeeDee Lamb had tight defense on him and went opposite way. That man is going to get that kid killed because he is staring CeeDee Lamb down from the minute he says, yeah, here we go. His neck just turns right to CeeDee right away. It's atrocious. Dak Prescott is atrocious, and that Cowboys team in general is atrocious.
Yeah, the Cowboys normally they look like super niggas against bad teams, and then they look like regular niggas against good teams. But they just looking bad all the way around this year. They're looking bad all the way around.
I'm gonna say like in basketball, it's good when the Knicks are a good team. It's usually good in football when Dallas is a good team. They're not a good team.
Yeah,
they're not even an average team.
I don't see the Cowboys making a playoff. Did you see the next 4 games they got?
Yeah,
they got like 4 straight games against teams that are 6-2.
Look it up real quick, Boulevard.
Yeah, I don't see them making it out of that
category.
Like they may mess around, get knocked out of the playoffs in the next 4 games.
Because they still have Washington twice and Philly twice.
Yeah.
Falcons, Eagles, Texans, Commanders, next 4 games.
Yep.
All
Else.
And the best
2 in a row, 2 at home, they're winless at home. So.
The only good thing for them is that Houston has all those injuries. I
think Houston still beats them.
That's the only bad thing. Because all they do, if I was Houston, I'm running Joe Mixon 100 times.
All day. A steady diet of Joe Mixon all day.
And Daria Gumbawale. Because Pierce is hurt again. That absolute bum.
All right. We had our fun. At the Cowboys' expense. What's the next game?
That's it. We're done.
Monday night. Pittsburgh beat the Giants. I ain't got shit to say about this one.
Pickens was good. Russ was good. Harris actually had a great game. 114 yards rushing.
Yeah, Najee's been back to being Najee since Russ has been under center. It's amazing. It's amazing the transformation that Pickens and Najee has had since Russ is under center.
I think that offensive line has been amazing because that's always been their problem.
Tracy is a monster for the Giants.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
He is a monster. Singletary does not need to be starting. Singletary needs to be on a bench at this point.
Explain to me why the Giants would go ahead and oversaturate the game with Malik Neighbors and just leave Wanda Robinson out there dangling like a turd.
Because it's Daniel Jones. It's Daniel Jones. It's he has.
No, I'm
eyes,
not. I'm going above that. I'm going above that. I'm blaming
he-
Brian Dable. I'm
he
going
has
to Dable
eyes for Malik Neighbors, and that's it.
because,
He has
dude,
eyes.
Wanda Robinson was averaging at least 11 attempts a game. Targets. I mean, and you go from 11 to like 4 or 5 in the whole game. That's atrocity right there. Come on.
He was they were in a close game, and he was trying to look for his guy all night. And
let's call a spade a spade. What the hell was that 2-point conversion? Did they think this was the longest yard?
Did anybody?
How you have
Did anybody?
an entire offensive line? How you have 5 or 6 people on the left side of the field, and not one person blocked that cornerback that stopped that receiver screen? What in blue hell is wrong with the Giants?
The play of the game for me came from the Giants when Boyd stole on Russell.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yes, that was good.
He stole shit out of Russell.
You talking about Ojulari?
Yes. He went to go punch the ball out, but he punched Russell in the face as he's punching the ball out. But I believe that's the fastest we've ever gotten through the recaps. So with that being said, we are going to get on to our next topic. Who ate good this week?
Who's eating good?
Can you stop posting these good pictures with good food spreads? I'm hungry over here, man.
Please go eat something.
I can't. I want to finish our podcast, brother, before I go eat my meal.
All right. So first thing up, of course, we got to talk about the quarterbacks.
Teasing me.
Kirk Cousins.
Go Beans.
Going off. 276 yards, 4 TDs. Monster game. If you had Kirk Cousins in your starting lineup, you probably won. And if you had this guy in your starting lineup, you probably won. This is the second week in a row where the top guy was the guy who won against Tampa Bay, and the second guy is Baker Mayfield. 330 yards, 3 TDs.
Whoever I played in our league this week had Baker and somebody else. They both dropped 60 burgers, and I still beat them.
In what game? In what league? Not our league.
In our league.
No, I got Baker in our league.
Oh, then it was Kirk. Then they had. So I beat the guy. Whoever I beat had a 60 burger quarterback, and I still won.
Yeah, I set Baker on the bench. I don't know why. It'll never happen again.
Just slap yourself.
Mahomes,
the baby powder.
Mahomes is on the bench for the rest of the year. He's on the bench.
Come on, everybody. Let's see. Get that baby powder.
Hey, there it is. Bo Nix. 284 yards, 3 TDs, 1 rushing TD. Bo Nix is starting to come into his own.
Can Denver make the playoffs?
I believe it's a possibility. But then again, it's also a possibility that this could all fall apart. It's a possibility.
Fool's goal.
Tyrone Tracy for the running backs. 150 yards, 1 TD. He had that 145-yard scamper for a TD.
Mm-hmm.
I was loving every second of it because when I started Tyrone Tracy, I was like, why did I start Tyrone Tracy? And then by the end of the game, I was like, thank you. I'm glad I started Tyrone Tracy. He should have the Giants running back position going forward. Don't mess this up. You messed it up by letting Saquon go. Don't mess this up. Let Tyrone Tracy.
I hope he clears concussion protocol this week.
You say you hope what?
He clears concussion protocol.
Yeah, that's what I hope so. Because Singletary ain't it. He not it. Never has been it.
He's atrocious.
Devon Achane.
147
yards on a TD. Going off again. Thank you, Tua. Jahmyr Gibbs, 133 yards and a TD. Love Jahmyr Gibbs. He's been a revelation for fantasy football. Love it because he's been better. He's been better than Bijan. Definitely been better than Bijan with less opportunity. At that,
well, Bijan might have a breakout game this week against the Cowboys.
He may.
True.
He may. I'd run Bijan all day at the Cowboys. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. All right, let's get to the wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb with 2 late garbage TDs is your wide receiver 1 of the week.
Good God.
Yeah.
So we let that
I
happen.
bet I know who else is on here.
Ladd McConkey.
There he is.
Mr.
6 for
McConkey.
6. 6 for 6. The GOAT. Ladd McGokey. And then Josh Downs, who I sat on the bench. Matter of fact, I sat Ladd McConkey on the bench too. How about that? It was Ladd McConkey.
Can you just triple slap yourself? Just triple slap yourself for that.
I really do, because I really thought that, Hop was going to do something this week against the Raiders. I don't know why. This nigga, Kyle Pitts, 91 yards and 2 TDs.
About damn time.
I'm a man of my word, Kyle Pitts, and I said I was going to come and get you personally out of fantasy bum jail, and I did it.
Don't you be coming back here now.
He's free. He's free.
Please don't go back into bum jail. Please be consistent from here on out. Next, of course, is George Kittle. Had another really good, awesome game. 128 yards and a TD, which I knew was going to happen because it's National Tight Ends Day. George Kittle is not going to come out there and not put on a show on the holiday that he created.
Thank you, the founder.
And then Cade Otton. Whew, this boy's been going off. If you did not get Cade Otton on your team by now, you missed out. 9 catches, 81 yards, 2 TDs. The boy is on fire. He is on fire.
Yeah, he was Baker's best friend with the receivers gone.
How about that?
That's what a good tight end's supposed to do.
The safety valve, the best friend, all that. But if we're gonna have we're gonna talk about who ate, we gotta talk about who busted on your team. Pause.
Bust of the week.
It's got a full mouth of teeth. Must be nice.
GI, you did so well last week going off about the bust of the week. You want to start us off?
No, I'll let you guys go. I was away, so I don't have
no, you was here. You was here for that show because
no.
You had like a whole 2-minute rant about all the players that went that busted.
I'm talking about this weekend. I'm not fully focused on who busted yet.
Okay.
Jordan Love.
Ooh, Jordan Love. Terrible this week. Terrible. And then he got injured.
To top it off.
What did Devontae Adams do this week?
Not a damn thing.
Damn, man.
That Devontae Adams trade is looking worse and worse by the week. If we're gonna talk about the Jets, we might as well talk about Breece Hall, who did absolutely nothing for you this week.
Wait a minute, he did?
Yeah, Breece Hall had maybe 8 points in fantasy, if that.
Breece Hall, yeah, he's 16 for 80. This one has 9 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting Breece Hall to go off like he did against the Patriots before. But it's been like a mixed bag with Breece this year. You get good Breece, you get bad Breece, then you get mid Breece. This week we got mid Breece, so he busted.
Caleb, Kenneth Walker. Either or, pick one. Both had terrible games.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker was not good this week. He was not good this week. I will say this. This is what I will say. I will say that there are more players that are eating lately than there are players that are busting. But the players that are busting, they're doing it at the wrong time. The wrong time. Addison really didn't do much for you this week.
Oh, he was hot garbage.
Yeah, he had caught what, two passes for 22 yards. Not good enough. Fryermuth really didn't do much. I was expecting a little more with Fryermuth now that Russell was in the game. I was expecting a little more with Fryermuth.
What happened with Amon-Ra?
No, he got his points.
Yeah, Amon-Ra got his points.
Yeah. That's really, I got him here at 8 points, 8.7.
Yeah, he did in a dynasty. This is in PPR league. He got 8 points. So yeah, he really didn't do much.
Who Amon-Ra?
I know in PPR, if he only got 8 points, because he had 2 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 receptions, 7 yards. Is that true? Hold up. 2 receptions, 7 yards, and a TD. Yeah. No. I'm going to say Mason. Jordan Mason.
He got hurt, so.
He got hurt, but still. He busted. If we're going to count Jordan Love, we got to count Mason at the same time.
Like Caleb Williams and DJ Moore.
That whole Bears offense except Swift.
Yeah.
DJ Moore really hasn't done. I see why DJ Moore wanted Justin Fields to stay, because Justin Fields is going to force him the ball. Caleb's not going to force DJ Moore the ball.
He's tight independent. Caleb Williams is.
Of course, I said Singletary, much or nothing.
He's probably the biggest bust of the week.
Yeah, he's definitely much or nothing. Anthony Richardson. Do we even got to keep putting him on this list?
No,
Yes.
he should be in bum jail.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to be in bum jail. He definitely
Lock
needs to
him up. Lock him up.
We'll give you 2 minutes to make a cartoon real quick.
What? Bateman. Can we call Bateman a bust? He was top 3 last week, and then this week he only catches 1 reception for 28 yards.
That would be a bust.
Yeah.
How was I just looking at? Amari Cooper, but I think somebody said Amari Cooper.
No, Amari Cooper, no, but he's definitely a bust of the week, and I am totally upset by this because everybody knows Cooper's my guy. That's my guy.
Let me be realistic. I'm not gonna keep coming on here every week having to rant about Mahomes. He's just gonna automatically be included in bust of the week for me every goddamn week.
You know what? I'm gonna do one even better. Next show, I am putting Mahomes in bum jail. How about that?
And what's the name needs to go with him?
Who?
We were just chanting for him. What was his name again? Boulevard?
Who were we just about to lock up? Who's going to jail?
Singletary?
Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
Richardson, Devin Singletary, and Pat Mahomes all need to go to bum jail.
Yeah, they're all going to bum jail. I'm locking all 3 of them up next episode.
Oh, I'm in the paddy wagon.
All right, so that was the bust of the week segment. Now, let's talk trades. So, what I want to do with this segment is I want to propose trades to my guys, and have them propose trades over here. We're just gonna propose trades around each other, see if these trades are gonna work. But before I even get started on that, have you guys had any terrible trades that have been sent to you?
Somebody offered me a stupid ass trade in ESPN last week, and I can't remember what the hell it was. But it was clear like somebody thought I was stupid. Somebody thought I was stupid and would just go for any damn thing. It was like it was a complete ripoff, like bums for Barkley.
While you look for that trade, let me tell you the trade somebody tried to send me today. Somebody wanted my Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they were going to give me Ezekiel Elliott and Travis Etienne. I couldn't tell this dude how fast he can go to hell, because what do you think this is? I'm not helping you at all. Right. I don't care if I'm last place in the league. I'm not helping you win a league. I'm not helping you win a league. Kiss my ass. It's not happening. It's not happening. But somebody did send me a trade today that made me what Arsenal used to hold, made me go, he want my Brock Bowers, and he wants to give me Hunter Henry and Michael Pittman for it. Now, being that Flacco is going to be starting the rest of the year, I'm interested in this trade. Very interested. What's making me not interested is the fact that I got so many goddamn wide receivers. I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I got Calvin Ridley. Begrudgingly got Calvin Ridley. I got Garrett Wilson, and I got Marvin Harrison Jr. Not 100% sure I want to add Hunter Henry and another wide receiver to that. So granted, if you hear my wide receiver core, you know I'm pissed off, right? So because these guys have been not consistent all year. Not consistent. My wide receiver core has not been consistent for me. I'm interested in the trade. I don't think I'm going to hit send, though. But if you guys, let's just say you're trying to make a trade for Christian McCaffrey, who should be back after the bye week, what do you think? Let's just say I have Christian McCaffrey and you're trying to get him from me. Who do you think it would take to get Christian McCaffrey from me?
Probably someone at least that you went fairly high in the draft.
Okay.
I mean, if you're spending like a top 2 pick on McCaffrey, you'd want something close to return about equal value in return.
So, what player do you think, or players do you think would get that trade done?
Probably like, what's the dude name? Aaron Jones and
no.
We look around and wouldn't be a Gus Edwards. Would have to be like a top 10 running back, top 10 player position. I don't know.
You could throw a Kelsey. You could throw a St. Brown. People that you would draft in the first round.
Yeah.
A Garrett Wilson. Maybe fringe second rounders. Like Nick Chubb on any given year, you could probably trade for Christian McCaffrey. You might even be able to put it off now, depending on the fool that has McCaffrey. I probably send Chubb and another player for McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm. Chubb is interesting. You would definitely have to do some selling. You have to point out the fact that, hey, they have a better quarterback. The offense is going to be better. You got to do a little bit of selling, but, you may be able to pull it off with Chubb and a St. Brown or something of that nature.
Or a Chubb and who's a wide receiver everybody thought was going to be going off, but it hasn't been going off?
Garrett Wilson.
There you go. You maybe go 1-for-1 with Garrett Wilson, honestly, depending on what the guy needs. It's also depending on what the guy's need.
I would laugh at you if you sent me Garrett Wilson for Christian McCaffrey. I would laugh. I would laugh hard. Like, I wouldn't just laugh to myself. I would go into that trade in the comments and I would laugh. I would send like a 27 laughing emojis. I'm not trading Christian McCaffrey. Garrett Wilson does not have the ceiling that Christian McCaffrey does. Like, we know if Christian McCaffrey gets that run, we know Christian McCaffrey's a weak winner. I don't think Garrett Wilson's ever been a weak winner. I don't think he's in the offense to be a weak winner. So I would think, like you said, if you give him Chubb with the hopes, that Chubb doesn't go off. Because if you feel like Chubb's going to go off, I'm keeping Chubb. I am keeping Chubb. If I feel like Chubb has an opportunity to go off, I'm keeping Chubb. He might not go off like CMC, but he's still going to go off. So who's another trade target?
Hit Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill's a trade target. At this stage of the game, what can you give somebody for Tyreek Hill? Now that Tua's back, you got to factor that in. Now that Tua's back, like, what can you really give somebody for Tyreek Hill? Knowing what Tyreek Hill can do.
Shoot, both the receivers are tradable. Or
Waddle is a little easier to get. Waddle's a little easier. Like, you don't have to give up as much for Waddle because Waddle's been just a little disappointing this season. So you could get Waddle. You could get Waddle for a nice price, and you ain't gotta come up. But you probably could get Waddle for, I don't know, what's a good running back, a good running back that you could part ways with. Hell, you might be able to get Waddle for Tracy.
Ooh.
Like, if I had Tracy on my team, but I got 2 or 3 other running backs I'm comfortable with, you could trade Tracy for Waddle. Who's listening to CB radio? Who's listening to CB radio?
Your man from Boyz II Men in the bottom.
Somebody listen to a police scanner. That's some old man shit.
I have Jameis Winston and Bryce Young starting this week. Whoever I'm playing better not lose. Who am I playing? No ho. I'm playing no ho. All right.
You need to trade for you can trade for a quarterback. And I got the guy for you. How would you like Patrick Mahomes?
No. I'm good with Russell Wilson and Brock Purdy most weeks. I will be. I'll trust what I got.
Okay, well, hold on. You got Winston, Bryce, Brock Purdy, and Russell. Yeah, you don't need a quarterback. You don't need a quarterback. You good.
I'm solid. This is the week I was worried about. Put it that way. This is the bye week that I was worried about.
He worked the hell out the waiver wire for that. Because I know Russell Wilson was sitting on the waiver wire, and so was Winston. He worked the hell out the waiver wire to get those 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's called working. That's called working. You can win in fantasy football by making smart choices on the waiver wire.
Yeah, shit. I don't go crazy on it. That's never been my game to go nuts on the waiver wire. I tend to stick with what I brought in unless they just shit the bed for me. I don't make too many trades or anything.
I'll make a trade. I don't care.
Oh, we know you'll make a trade.
Exactly. If I feel like this player can make my team better, hell yeah, I'm making a trade.
Boulevard, the 2 most untrusted people in my league that I commission are him and our current champion. And our current champion, he'll send you a trade the minute the draft is over. every year.
Just scheming the whole time.
Bruh, his name is Trade King or some shit like that. Like
House of Trades right now.
House of Trades, yeah.
But what
That's
disgusts
You gotta live up to that shit.
What disgusts me is that he begs and pleads every year, and he knows I love him to death because he's a good guy. He begs and pleads every year to max out every position at a certain number, and then he tries to milk that position on his bench. Like you go look at his bench right now, he won last year barely in the championship game because he has so many choices. He doesn't know who to play.
And that's my problem. I don't like having a lot of choices. I like my bench to be bums. I want my starters to be the best players on my team. Because you know why? When you have so many choices, that's how you lose games. Because you're second and third guessing yourself, and then you leave Josh Downs and you leave Ladd McConkey on your bench. And that's how you lose games. That's how you end up, instead of going 8-0, you go 7-1 because of stupid things like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, needless to say, I'm not making that mistake again. Hop is staying on the bench until Hop can show me that Hop deserved to be in the game. He on the bench. Flacco starting from now on, so I know Josh Downs is going to be a play for me. And Ladd McConkey, I'm going to see what he do this week. I know he's not giving me 50 again, but I'm going to see what he do this week. But Ladd McConkey might be a good trade away target.
Somebody in my fantasy league just dropped Ronnie Bell. Why was he on your team in the first place?
Why was he on your team in the first place? I'm guessing he picked up Ronnie Bell because he thinking Ronnie Bell gonna get some run because Ayuk was hurt. No.
Some of these all 49 leagues that I'm in, they just
Ronnie Bell's not getting no run at all. None. He's just a body on the field. That's all he is. A body on the field. I don't think Purdy's not throwing to him no more. Purdy tried throwing to him twice and he fucked up both times. Purdy's not going to give him a third chance to fuck up.
Just ain't going to throw it to him no more. That's fucked up.
That boy out there, he out there getting cardio. That's it. That's all he out there getting cardio. That's all he getting. But if I were to trade away Ladd McConkey, what do you think I could get for him? Coming off of last week's game, you think I could get a Cooper Kupp for Ladd McConkey?
No, you'd have to add another player. You may get Puka.
No. If I was
you still have to give up two.
If I was the Puka owner, I would not give away Puka. I would give away Kupp for Ladd McConkey only because I'm afraid that Kupp might get hurt again.
I'm about to trade Cooper Kupp right now. As a matter of fact.
Cooper had a good game last week. He had a good game last week, but I'd be afraid. I'm so afraid that he may get hurt again. So I may trade away Cooper Kupp and see what I could get for Cooper Kupp.
I'm gonna read you my lineup and tell me who you think I should try to trade. I got JT, Jameer, Kupp, McConkey, Pitts, Chase Brown, DeAndre Swift. On my bench, I have Purdy on bye, Ricky Pearsall, Thielen, Demario Douglas, and then I got Jonathan Brooks and Rashid Shaheed on IR.
Trade them all.
I think I'm going to trade Kupp because the guy in last place he's 0-8, but his receiver roster is Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Deebo Samuel, Michael Pittman, George Pickens, and Keenan Allen. I think I could try to take two of his receivers.
Yeah, trade everybody on your team away for Keenan Allen and Keenan
Allen 3 years ago. I would have traded with Keenan Allen 3 years ago. This Keenan Allen is hot trash.
Trade away everybody for Keenan Allen. Your whole team traded away for Keenan
Allen is hot trash.
I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you take advantage of your league mates, GI. I'm not.
This ain't our league. Either of them. This is one of my money. This is my lowest money league. I can't I can't believe I'm in 5th place in our dynasty.
Yeah, because everybody else in the league besides us are missing. They're missing quarterbacks and shit like that. You know, if you ain't got a quarterback in a 2-quarterback league, if you ain't got a quarterback, it's a wrap.
Sprinkle Me
It's a
Nice.
wrap.
What a turd. What a turd this Sprinkle Me Nice is. Went
Like
from
he got
first place to nothing.
he got hurt.
He's still tied for first.
I'm in first place.
Yeah, it's a 3-way tie, fool.
Yeah, I'm in first place.
If you
and it's crazy because I'm looking at my team and I'm like, how is this the second highest scoring team in this league? Like,
and you know why you're in first place too? I beat what's his name in second. That's tied with you.
You beat him by a point.
I'll take it.
You beat him by a point.
I
looked at it and I'm like, and I was happy. I was happy because I'm like, yes, I'm back in first. I'm back in first. I'll take it all day.
I really did beat him by a point, though.
What happened?
Said I really did beat him by a point.
Yeah. And I also did not. I didn't play Cedric Tillman, and I should have. I believe this is the week I'm playing Cedric Tillman over Hop this week.
This was the league where I made the mistake. He has Baker Mayfield and Jordan Love screwed him, and I got 63 from Bo Nix and 40 from Sam Darnold. But Cowan killed me. Cowan gave me 0, and ETN was hurt, and Mason hurt. I gotta make changes in our lineup. Jesus Christ, my team is just the walking wounded right now.
I'm in my 40. I just went in my 49ers group chat there and they're celebrating the Dodgers. I can't celebrate. I'm not a fan of either team. I'm not celebrating.
Screw the Dodgers.
All right. So what we're gonna do now, we are gonna talk about players that you should be picking up. And I guess I'm gonna say it for Boulevard. Kobe Parkinson should be one.
I'm getting to the point where I might not even go for that guy anymore because he's starting to be a damn failure to me. I'm waiting for him to come around.
Give me what I want. Waiver wire pickups.
What did Kobe Parkinson do last week on National Tight Ends Day? Well, no. He didn't play on Sunday. Okay, so I'll give him a pass. He didn't play on Sunday. I'll give him a pass. If you were a tight end and you didn't play, if you played the Thursday game or you played the Monday game, I give you a pass. But if you were a tight end that played Sunday and you did not score, I ain't giving you no pass. You ass. So, Boulevard. You want to say your guy?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean he's got to step up one day, right? One of these weeks.
One of these days.
So yeah, I guess I'll go with Kobe Parkinson again. I gotta be right one week. Yeah.
12% owned, and he should not be. He should be more owned than this. famous Jameis Winston. Come on, y'all. Come on. We all know what Winston did the last time he was the starter. He won you your league. Why is he 12% owned? Go get that man. Parker Washington is 4% owned. The Jacksonville Jaguars ain't got nobody else to throw the ball to. Everybody's hurt. If you need help in a deeper league, Parker Washington could be your guy. This is a guy I want to see traded. Because with a better quarterback, he may just be fantasy football viable. But he's 15% owned in Yahoo leagues. Darius Slayton. I like to see Darius Slayton moved at the trade deadline.
Yes.
Now, here's a guy who's only 2% owned, and you may want to run out and get this guy right now because he may be one of the starters going forward on this team. The Carolina Panthers, Jalen Pure Coker. He had 6 targets last week. He caught 4 of them for 78 yards on the TD. That's somebody you might want to look to put on your roster because if Thielen gets dealt, then it's going to be him and Leggett. So they may be going with that youth movement, and then they're saying that Bryce could get traded.
Mm-hmm.
So if Bryce gets traded, and this is who Andy Dalton's left with. He's left with Coker and he's left with Leggett. Andy Dalton's going to get the ball to the guys. So there's definitely somebody you may want to look into.
Michael Wilson has scored touchdowns 2 of the last 3 weeks. He's only owned in 16% of leagues.
Stop looking at your phone.
Who, me?
No, just stop making moves.
I have to. My team is
If you stop making moves, I won't look.
team is computer. I don't want to hear you. I got bodies and injuries.
I'm not going to tell you to pick up Xavier Hutchinson. He's only 2% owned, but I part of me feels like they're going to make a trade. And whoever they make a trade with,
I still think pick him up. You know why? It'll be him on the outside. It'll be the guy who trade for on the outside. It'll be Tank in the middle, and then Robert Woods, and Nietzsche will be,
Yeah, but the man is coming back. He's not done all year. He's coming back.
Yeah, but he's out right now, so
yeah, he'll be out.
Back.
He may be out. He may be out. Frico Nico may be out for a couple more games. So Hutchinson is not going to be. If they trade for somebody, he's going to be an afterthought. I don't know who they could trade for. They might trade for Thielen. Shit, they may trade for Thielen. Or somebody who has played in that offense. They may trade for Cooper Kupp. He's played in that offense. So who? Somebody dropped Roman Doomsday in one of my leagues.
Damn.
Well, I guess if you're consistently having 2, 9, 6, and 8 for your performances, I guess, yeah, I would probably drop you too. I would still, if you don't have these guys in your league and you have spots, I would still pick up Blake Corum and Trey Benson, mainly because the players in front of them are oft injured. So I would definitely, especially if I had the guys. If I had Kyron, Blake Corum is still on my bench. If I had Connor, which I have a lot of Connor, Benson has not left my bench because you have to protect yourself because you don't want to be that guy that's trotting out Kyron or trotting out Connor and that guy gets hurt. And now you don't have the number 1 pick in your waiver wire and you're sweating it out thinking that the guy that does have the number 1 pick is going to take your guy. Be smart, people. Be smart. Be smart. If you have Christian McCaffrey and you have Mason, when Christian McCaffrey comes back, don't discard Mason. Keep Mason. Keep Mason. You didn't take this running back high to lose out on the production that they have or the production that they could have to somebody else, because that's what you're doing. If you don't have your handcuff, your running back handcuff, what's going to happen is once your player gets hurt, if your player gets hurt, let's pray for player health. But if your player gets hurt, pretty much somebody in your league is going to snipe your guy. So keep your top picks protected. And that was the waiver wire segment of the week. Now we're going to get into this Thursday night football preview. I have not seen what this game is. I do believe I've seen the commercial, but I can't remember off top what the Thursday night game is. So I'm going into this fresh.
The Thursday night game is Houston at the Jets.
I had a feeling that it was going to be the Jets playing in this game.
Trap game. Just putting that out there.
For Houston?
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think this
going
will
into New York, right? A sliding New York team could easily look past them and get caught slipping.
Who they got after?
Give me a minute. Houston gets in week 10. Houston gets Detroit. Detroit goes to Houston in week 10.
Yeah,
so they could.
So they could easily be looking past them.
They could have Detroit on the mind. Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. And it's not like the Jets are terrible. It's not like they're terrible. They're playing terrible, but it's not like
Jets are actually the favorite.
When you look at those names,
like whoa. Favorite by how much? Sorry to cut you off.
The 2-point favorites.
What's
42 and a half. 42 and a half.
32 and a half?
42 and a half.
Oh, 42 and a half.
That's going to be an under.
You think it's an under? You going under?
The way the two been playing? If they make 42, that's a miracle.
42, that's what 22, 26-16. 26-16.
I could see this game being a 16-14 kind of game.
16-14?
Yeah, I can see that too, yeah.
I want to smash the over.
I'm not gonna listen. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying the way the way that they played last week, those two teams. I'm not surprised with that over under number.
This could be a 23-20 game.
It's possible.
This could be a 23-20 game. So, because both defenses, both defenses are going to show up to play a little bit. So yeah.
Well, your favorite player, Jimmy Ward, is out again.
So, who are we starting from this game? If we're starting anybody,
I'm forced to start Tank Dell because I have to. It's either him or Ward.
I'm not forced to start Tank Dell. In the leagues that I do have Tank Dell, I have enough wide receiver depth that I can sit Tank Dell on the bench, and I have been sitting Tank Dell on the bench.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna read. Go through my rosters again tomorrow morning. But at the current moment, I think I'm gonna be forced to play him in some leagues. In other leagues, I don't have to. But in other leagues, I have Worthy. I don't trust Mahomes now.
All right, so we started Stroud because
I'm benching
because this needs to be talked about because this is the elephant in the room. Stroud has been kind of disappointing this year.
Kinda. Reiterate that word, please.
Outside of the Buffalo and Jacksonville games, he's had quite a few down games.
He's been downright awful.
Especially that Green Bay game. Oh my gosh. I thought that I was going to lose in my OG Dynasty League because of that game. Thank God for my running backs coming through because my running backs really took me over that week. Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, Swift. Thank you. Thank you. Because all my other players were terrible. I don't know because I in my Dynasty League, I may have to start Stroud because Purdy's on a bye. I don't trust Kyler Murray. and I don't trust Trevor Lawrence.
I wouldn't trust Trevor. I wouldn't trust that Jacksonville team in totality.
Yeah, so
Right.
I may have to start CJ Stroud and Joe Burrow this week. But going forward, if Stroud doesn't do nothing, going forward, I think Brock Purdy may have to take his spot.
How about Mixon? Is Mixon startable for this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because Mason went off against the Jets. So Mason went off. The New England running backs went off last week. So yeah, you can start Mixon.
You start Mixon, and that's it. Dell if you have to, Stroud if you have to. Schultz, no.
Is this the week Devontae Adams does something?
Probably. Because the Jets are, the secondary right now, and that team is not great either.
What's Devontae Adams' numbers look like this week?
6 for 80.
6 for 80?
Yeah.
Does he get a TD?
I'm going to say no.
Who gets a TD this week?
Well, Lazard's not playing, so yes. I'll go 8 for 90, 8 for 95, and a touchdown.
What about Garrett Wilson? What's his numbers looking like?
I'll give him 4 or 5 for a buck.
Okay.
And a TD.
Now, what's Brees Hall numbers looking like?
I could see him breaking 100 yards. I don't know if he's going to score a touchdown on the ground.
Yeah, I
got Hall on the air. If you're saying 3 touchdowns, I say each of the top 3 stars get a touchdown. I say Brees get one, Tay gets one,
you get
and
a touchdown.
Garrett gets one.
You get a touchdown. You get.
Ooh, they would love that. Oh boy, they would love that in New York.
That's my what's that thing Kobe said of the week?
You calling your shot on this game?
Yeah, that's my calling my shot for this game.
You're calling your shot on this game. You're not waiting for the weekend.
I'm gonna do it on Saturday too, but for Wednesday, this is my first night. I think all 3 top stars get a TD.
Okay, so that means that Rodgers is gonna have a good game.
Yes.
Okay, and you're only saying this because Rodgers is your starting quarterback in the league.
Well, in one league, yes, but not. I'm not saying it because of that. I think Houston has a great defense, but they have too many injuries. I think Al-Shaair still may not play. I'm not 100% sure. You guys have to look it up and let me know. And Jimmy Ward is hurt, and Kwame Lassiter has been getting destroyed at corner the majority of the season.
Okay. All right. So we got the Jets winning.
Shahir is out for Thursday night.
Yep. So I have the Jets winning by a field goal.
23-20.
Yeah, that's about what the numbers say.
23-20. This is Boulevard's upset special of the week. Is this your upset special, or you waiting till Sunday?
I'll wait till Sunday.
Okay.
There may be another one that turns up. Maybe New York.
Okay, but this is your trap game. So now I'm about to do a trap game graphic going for next time. So next time you call your trap game, we got a graphic for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, should we do a trap game special?
No, because I don't think we're gonna have a trap game every week.
There usually is. You just have to look at the schedule. That's it.
Like I'm not calling a trap game between 2 bums. Because is it really a trap game? Matter of fact, I got an idea for a graphic because what 2 bums are playing this week? Let me see if I can use this graphic. What games we got coming up? Let me see if there's 2 bums playing. All right, week 9. What games we got coming week 9?
New York, New England, Tennessee, Chargers, Cleveland, Vegas, Cincinnati.
Are we calling the Raiders and the Bengals? We calling that a bum game?
Yes.
That's a bum.
Even though the Bengals are gonna beat the shit out of them, that's a bum game.
I guess we could do that. Patriots and Titans. I guess we can.
That's a bum game.
Rick ain't gonna want to hear that because Rick is a Titans fan, so Rick ain't gonna want to hear that. But yeah,
Rick.
I gotta do a graphic Bumbo 2024.
Right.
And we got to get a trap game graphic. All right, cool. That's our show for tonight. we have given you guys all the tools that you need to win your leagues this week. So if you listen to us and you get a W, please like, comment, and subscribe. But for now, Fantasy Football Avengers, we are out. Take it away.
Thank you for watching the Fantasy Football Avengers podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Links in the description.